From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz, you guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got in a fight with my family last night.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And it got
What
to the point
happened?
where I had to like go and take a shower to cool off. Like I left the room.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Who started it?
No. I didn't do anything.
Who started it?
I didn't do
Who
anything.
started the conversation?
It was an argument. It was an argument.
Did it start as an argument?
I made a statement. I made a statement and then I was immediately attacked for that statement. Okay? And after I realized that I was under attack, you know when you're about to, things are really going to escalate and people are going to say things that like you really shouldn't.
That
Right?
you'll probably regret later?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at that point, and I think Catherine was too.
And then you left and took a
And
shower.
I left. I walked away.
Had to wash the argument off.
I washed the argument off. I was like, I'm going to be a non-confrontational, stinky, right? I don't want war right now. I want peace. So
Can you say what the statement
is? So
is?
I left the room. The fight was this. Is a grilled cheese sandwich a breakfast food?
This is the thing that you have to go wash off after?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what my answer is before we find out what everybody's answer was in your house.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's not a breakfast food.
It can be.
Okay.
It absolutely can be, but I don't think it is exclusive to breakfast.
Okay. Maury?
It is not because it's usually paired with tomato soup, so therefore it falls under lunch.
Shem?
I'm actually going to say that it is a breakfast food.
Why?
I just feel like grilled cheese is something that I would typically only have at breakfast time. I wouldn't have it at lunch.
100% of the grilled cheese sandwiches I've had in my life, which is in the thousands, have been for breakfast.
There we go.
Shows.
I have never even thought about the idea of having a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch.
Bro,
or dinner.
You're about to go take a next shower
It
now.
is a breakfast food.
No, it's not.
100%
Why is
a
it
grilled
not on
cheese
any
sandwich.
breakfast menu anywhere on earth?
That's not true at all. You can get a grilled cheese sandwich on breakfast menus.
You
Go
can
to
also
any diner.
you can also get a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch and or for dinner.
So you can with eggs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think
grilled cheese sandwich is a breakfast food.
That may exist.
It is a breakfast food.
That may exist.
Psychopaths can also eat it for lunch.
Maury, go start the shower.
No, more. Can anybody else start the shower?
I'm still on the fact that Rob just called me a psychopath.
Okay. No, yes, psychopaths eat grilled cheese sandwiches for lunch.
Shem, go start the shower.
No, I don't want Shem to start the shower either, okay? It's going to, because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to walk in there, it's going to be steamy, and I'm going to bump into him, and he's going to feel something, and it's like not going to be good.
Hey.
Find somebody we don't directly work with to go and start the shower.
Hey, my guy, you
Okay?
gonna feel something.
You shut up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. This is the Roz and Mocha Show. Who's this?
This is Dave.
Dave, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much. I was just listening to your podcast, your station here about the grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say sorry, Mocha. I've never had a grilled cheese sandwich for breakfast. Had it for lunch with a tomato soup, and I've had it for dinner with soup as well, but never for breakfast. I'm gonna have to try that one day.
I think you're confusing me, Mocha, with Roz. I was the
sorry,
one.
Roz. Yes,
Roz is the
sorry.
one that said that grilled cheese
Yes,
is exclusive to breakfast.
I've had a grilled cheese for lunch before, but a grilled cheese is a breakfast food.
That's absolutely
I've
not.
never had it for breakfast. Never.
You're,
I think
you're
I
nuts.
don't know. It's just too much cheese.
Every grilled cheese I've ever had has been the vast majority have been a breakfast food. I have a grilled cheese sandwich. I cut it diagonally and I dip it in HP sauce.
HP sauce. Wow.
That's my breakfast.
Let
That's
me,
my way of eating a grilled cheese. Little HP sauce, dip, good to go.
Let me share some texts with you guys, Dave,
Okay.
while you're still on the phone.
Yeah, no problem.
Roz could not be more wrong. Grilled cheese is not a breakfast food. lunch or dinner only.
Dinner?
Unless maybe you're under the age of 5 and will only eat it.
No.
Effing ridiculous. Breakfast, grilled cheese, lunch only.
Lunch?
LOL. Yeah.
That's not a lunch food.
Somebody else said, no, it's a lunch food. Roz is the psychopath.
No.
Another text reads, grilled cheese is not breakfast food, it's lunch.
Okay, now read all the ones where people agree with me.
Grilled cheese is anytime meal. Grilled cheese is dinner.
Dinner?
Tim Hortons offers grilled cheese only after breakfast. Hard disagree. Grilled cheese lunch only.
Okay, shut up. Okay, I don't think we need to read any more.
Late night drunk food. Roz is
Yeah.
wrong. No, I'm trying to go through it and find the ones that agree with you.
All right.
It's anytime food. Grilled cheese is always for lunch.
Oh,
you know?
shut up. Always for lunch.
What
No.
else here? Oh, if you lived in Portugal, I would eat grilled cheese any time of the day.
Okay, yeah, fine. The Portuguese.
Yeah, even
Okay.
at clubs, you can order one at 2
Okay,
a.m.
listen, I don't want to know what you're doing at your clubs in Portugal, okay?
Your grilled cheese clubs.
Yeah.
Yo, zero support for you on this
No,
one, bro.
really?
Yeah,
Not
zero.
one?
Not one.
Not
I swear.
one?
I swear. Every single one of these texts are all calling you a psycho. and telling you that you're wrong. Dave, we love you, bro. Thanks so much for calling in. Later.
Right on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Katie, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Oh my God. Hi, how are you?
Doing good. So we got an interesting text from Katie.
Oh, no. Am I in trouble?
No, you are not in trouble.
Oh, I'm not in trouble, but somebody is in trouble.
Yeah.
Katie said this. Maury did me dirty on the podcast this week.
Damn it, Maury. What did you do?
What did I do?
Katie says, I'm the one that sent the drunk submission and he took credit. He fully stole my efforts. WTF. So this goes back to...
Hold on. What? What is this about
This goes
even?
back to when we were doing Slow-Mo podcast, Slow-Mo Razamoka.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
When you listen to the podcast at half speed,
Yeah.
right, it sounds like we're drunk wasted. And Katie is saying that she messaged Damn It Maury about the time when you were trying to fix the lights in here.
Right. And at the time, we always shout out who was the person who submitted this, right? And I remember the joke was because it sounded so filthy. And the joke was you had said the person who submitted this was Damn It Maury Sherman.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Now
Because
I
Maury thought
remember.
it was like, everybody thought it was hilarious.
Okay. Now I get it. Now I
Right?
get it. Now I get it.
However, the date that we did that on the show does not match up with the screen grabs of dates that Katie sent into us of her DM with Damn It Maury.
Oh.
Katie DM'd Maury about this, like the day that podcast episode came out.
I was on it.
Here is what Katie said.
Okay.
Hey, I got a drunk Roz and Mocha. Where should I send it? Maury said, to me, here. She said, it's more than 90 seconds long, though. IG only lets me send 90 seconds at a time. And then Maury said, you must tell me the episode number and the time markers and the subject.
Okay.
Katie then said, episode 442, 3618 to 3808.
Okay.
Roz tries to turn off a light. And then Maury said, 442, this episode that just came out. And Katie said, yep.
Yeah.
So, Maury.
What the hell?
Did you do this?
I thought we were friends. I'm like, wow. Because I've spoken to Maury before. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, at first I was mad and I was hurt. Like, it's like you're going on the stage.
It's almost better to be mad. It's almost better to be mad. Oh.
Yeah, when you say that you're hurt, that's like
God.
next level emotion right there.
Yeah. Maury, what do you got to say?
Oops.
Oops. Now, Maury, when you say...
listen to the show, you knew I was going to find out.
Okay, when you say oops, Maury, do you mean oops as in like oops, you like don't recall this conversation and didn't deliberately not give her credit? Or are you saying oops, thank you for the great idea, I stole it, oops?
No, it'd be like, oops, there were so many submissions of the same thing. I just pulled the audio and
But if
moved
there were
on.
so many submissions, why didn't you give us the name of one of those submissions instead of your own?
I did. Maury Sherman.
No. But I'll tell you, I think when there's a paper trail, like when somebody comes at us with receipts, because I get it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, hey, I said that would be cool. Well, show us the receipts, right? We do, as Maury said, we get a ton of submissions for this stuff.
Absolutely.
But I get it when the submission comes the day the podcast drops, and there's receipts where Maury's like, specifically tell me the thing. To me, it does sound a little more like you did her dirty.
Well, in fairness, I was in the moment, which was before the podcast came out.
Right.
So I heard it as it was actually happening.
Right.
And was like, oh, that would be great.
Right.
So if she listened on the podcast, I heard it before that even came out.
Okay, but did you say to her, hey, thanks for this, already got it?
No, because I didn't know what it was at the time. But
But she told you
good
in
for
that
you.
text what it was.
Oh, for sure.
So you did know.
I don't know what to say.
Well, Katie, thank you so much.
Do you feel any better now? I'm sorry that Maury broke your heart.
No, that's okay. I mean, it was just my husband and I listening, and even he was just like, "You worked so hard to get those." Even he knew, and I'm just like, "Wow."
Maury, she's getting me. My husband said I worked so hard on this.
That's what she said?
Do you want to? Do you have anything to say more at all?
I am terribly sorry.
That's okay.
That is the
Oops.
least genuine apology I think that you were ever going to get for anything from anyone.
Hey, Katie, would it make you feel better in the moment if we go back and revisit that piece of audio, the slow-mo of Ross
Of your
messing
idea?
around with the light?
You know what? It is. When you said it was the best submission,
Yeah.
I'm like, it really is. So
Right.
I feel like it would benefit everybody to let's listen to it again.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
have lights in here and they're too bright.
Okay.
Where's the thing? You can see the back of it. Where's the thing?
That's what she said.
Where it is. When my finger gets on it, you tell me. There's like a little thing that I have to roll. I have to roll it to one side or the other side. Okay, so I'm standing up right now. We have lights in here, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and the light. Somebody was in here and they cranked the light way up. Okay, so I have to reach behind it, but it's hanging from the frickin' ceiling, and I can't see it.
Yeah, use your right
I
hand.
have to use my dominant hand. I'm
Okay.
no good with the left.
Move over. Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah.
The thing that's sticking out? That's not it.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's way too big.
Oh, higher.
Like up here?
Over. Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah,
one?
right there. Turn it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it right there.
There you go.
Great idea, Maury. Great idea, Maury.
Thank you.
Yeah, Maury, that's one of your best. One of your best.
Katie, we love you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.
You too, guys. Take care.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Brad Pitt has entered the beauty game.
What?
Not that Brad Pitt hasn't always been beautiful, but now Brad Pitt has his own skincare line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's called...
What's it called? The Pits?
No, it's called Le Domaine skincare.
okay.
It uses grape-based antioxidants from his Chateau Miraval estate, so his winery. He actually says that he got the idea from Gwyneth Paltrow. He goes, I love what Gwen has done with Goop. This is what he told to, I think, Vogue. He said that she is still a really dear friend and she has built this empire. She has always had that in her as a curator, and it's been a lovely creative outlet for her. In fact, come to think about it, she was probably the first one who got me to even wash my face twice a day. So here's a little bit of Brad Pitt, clip number one, talking about his sort of beauty regime.
Who are the most handsome men in the world, Pastor?
Go to the other one.
I got a morning wash, I do my serum, I do my day cream, and I'm done. I'm out the door. And then at night, I do my little wash. I am committed to the wash. I do my serum, and I do the night cream. Done.
Sounds too much. It sounds too much work for me.
No, that's simple.
Yeah, you think that's simple?
Yeah, wash your face day and night.
And then so they asked Brad Pitt, because obviously Brad Pitt is, on everybody's list of the most beautiful human beings in the world. But now he's a beauty guy, right? It's not just about being beautiful. Now your business is beautiful. So they asked him this question.
Who are the most handsome men in the world, past and present? In the acting world, because that's my day job, the immediate go-to is Paul Newman. because he aged so gracefully. And by all reports, a really special, giving, warm, and truthful human being. If I was going to name someone president, well, I got to name that George Clooney fucker. Because why not?
Oh, wow.
Because usually I'm always taking him out, and he's always taking me out. And this time I'm going to go the other way. Just this once. George, that one's for you.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clooney, you think that he's like the most beautiful man alive right now?
Or would it be McConaughey?
Oh, geez. Maury, Brad Pitt or George Clooney, Maury?
Brad Pitt.
You think so, huh? Yeah.
Also, I tried ordering this stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't ship to Canada.
No.
And everything starts at $300.
Oh, like for what? Like what is even selling?
Tiny
It's like
little-
a
first of all,
serum?
Serum is like, the serum's $80,
Yeah.
sorry. But the night cream is $280.
What do you do with the serum? That's
Serum,
like, what is
I
it,
do
like
serum
oil?
every day. Serum goes under first, then you put cream. Serum is the base.
Right.
To sort of, I guess,
Do you wash
moisten
it
the
off,
skin.
though?
No,
Or
you
do you
rub
just-
the serum in, then you put cream on top.
And do you wash that off?
No,
Or you just leave
it
cream on your face all
You leave
day?
cream on your face.
Oh,
Yeah, you rub it in.
that sounds
Absorbs
disgusting.
It absorbs into your skin.
Yeah? No, I couldn't do that. There's no way
You'd
I
look-
could do
you'd
that.
look, if it's at all possible, better than you do now.
Thank you, Maury. That is all I need
No,
from you,
you know,
today.
I feel a
That's all I need to
closer
hear.
connection to
Yeah.
Brad Pitt after
Yeah?
hearing his skincare routine.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Makes
'Cause I
him a
do the
little bit
same thing.
more...
Wash my face every day, moisturize
Yeah?
before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Wash my face, moisturize.
You don't serum, though?
Nah,
No?
I'm
Do
not
you
in the
serum,
I'm not in the serum
Shem?
game.
I do. I'm
You
really
serum?
particular. I'm very particular. I have a whole skincare routine.
You do? How long
Yeah,
does
yeah,
yours
yeah.
take? Start to finish?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, Maury. How long does yours take?
22 minutes.
22 minutes on your face?
I have
That's a sitcom.
6 different serums I cycle through.
Bro.
No, that's
okay,
too many
it's
serums.
It's too much. You're
Too much
so-
on your face.
Too oily.
Yeah.
You're putting too much stuff on your face.
Am I going to
man.
listen to you or Brad Pitt?
Well, I mean,
You're not listening to Brad Pitt. He only does one
Yeah,
serum and one moisturizer.
Yeah, listen to us, arguing over serums and moisturizers. Jesus. Anyway, it's a very expensive line. If you were interested, it is called.
Does not ship to Canada.
It does not ship to Canada, but I'm sure people can find it. It is Le Domaine Skincare, and again,
Why
it
didn't you just call
uses.
it LeBrad?
Like, come on.
And it comes with a wood top.
Oh, excuse me. That's fancy. Also, shut up, Mocha. Shut up. Just stop, okay? Enough with the serums and the wood tops and the everything else, okay? Okay? Stop it. You're such a child. You're such a child.
Especially when Maury said 22 minutes.
I know.
That's
Come
what
on
you
now.
get with LeBrad.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thought about you on the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. Because I
like
was...
that. That always makes you feel good when somebody says they thought about you on the weekend.
Like all Saturday.
All Saturday?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Because I was living, I feel
Yeah.
like what would have been your worst nightmare.
Oh. Okay, now.
It was a very impromptu family outing
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right?
What'd you do?
Like up early,
Okay.
packed snacks and made a lunch and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Got the bike rack on the car, loaded up the 3 bikes,
Yeah.
drove out to Niagara on the Lake.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How long of a drive is that?
That was just under 2 hours.
You drove 2 hours to go on a bike ride?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, hit the trails, rode along the water,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then rode all the way back.
How long were you on the bikes for?
I don't know, like an hour.
That's too long.
And then walked through the little touristy town,
Yeah.
right? Grab some gelato,
Sure.
hit the candy store.
Yeah.
And then we went for dinner
Mm-hmm.
and then got back in the car, got home at like 9 p.m.
No.
I knew it.
No.
I knew it.
No.
As we're riding,
no,
right? It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining, a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
See, we're right next to the water. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, oh man, it's such a lovely time with my family.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm also thinking, Roz would absolutely hate this.
Yeah. Yeah. If Catherine said to me, no joke, right?
Yeah.
If Catherine said to me, hey, do you want to make a plan to go to Niagara on the Lake? I would say, sure, next summer. Right?
Why next summer?
I need that much lead time. That's
Really?
a vacation to me, going to Niagara on the Lake.
A quick drive.
Nah, man. No, that takes planning.
put like a nice family playlist on.
Oh,
on
you have a family playlist?
Apple Music does.
Oh.
Just look it up.
Okay.
Like just fun
All
pop
right.
songs.
Okay. Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure. No, man, I couldn't do that.
Had lunch in the car when we were driving up.
No, I couldn't do that.
Did it put a bigger
No.
smile on your face knowing that you were doing something Roz would hate?
Yeah, it just shows like how opposite. Because I was like, cool, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I did. There was a brief moment where I did enjoy stuff like that.
What, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, close to it.
The thought of it.
Yeah. No, like I don't mind road trips and stuff like that.
But they have to be planned.
But not in one day. Like I'm not a fan of driving 2 hours and then, like I'll drive 2 hours, right? If I get to mow the grass on the other end and then come back.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
driving 2 hours to go on a bike ride. Who has that kind of energy? Right?
Bro, you got to work on your cardio, man.
Bro. What a waste of time.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Wordle was a bitch today, huh?
Oh, what a
Come on.
And on a Friday.
Come on, Wordle. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. Nobody's happy today. Nobody's happy
And no
today.
spoilers, but like I think
What a stupid word.
at least for us, we all thought we
Is it
had
even
it.
a real word?
Like we would have had it in two.
Yeah.
I was excited. I got a green in the first one. I never get a green in the first one.
You never get a green in the first one?
I usually get a yellow, but I got a green in the first try.
Oh, wow.
I got 2 greens on the first try.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting it, and it was a fluke. It was a guess.
Same. Well, I mean, I had no other choice by the time I got to 6.
Yes.
It was the only thing that worked.
Totally. But I didn't know it was a real
I just
word.
kept filling in that middle letter and then hitting enter, and it just kept jiggling. So I just kept hitting letters until it didn't jiggle anymore. Right?
Money don't jiggle,
I
jiggle.
did
It
not
falls.
get it.
You didn't get it more?
No.
I got it in 6. Roz got it in 6. Maury did not get it.
Yeah.
Shem,
That son of a...
smarty pants over here, got it in 5.
See, and can I tell you a Shem theory?
Yeah.
Because we submit all ours in advance,
So, yeah.
and Shem knows some of our start words. I think Shem's cheating.
How would I know your start words? I don't know your start
I've
words.
said my start word. I think that you
don't
wait for us
remember
to
Do
submit.
you honestly use that start word every time?
I can't not now because I'm worried that the one time I don't, it's going to be that word.
That's like picking lottery numbers, man. That's why you never play the same numbers every week.
Yeah, because then the one time I don't use it, it's going to be that word.
What's your first word?
Penis.
Oh, you think that that's going to come up?
Never does. Never does. And after all this time, it still hasn't.
Yeah. You're going to be waiting longer than Matthew. How-
But
you think
yeah,
that's gonna come up?
If man, what are you looking up?
How many 5-letter Wordle words could there be?
How many what?
5-letter Wordle words.
Like the possibilities of 5-letter words ever?
Yeah, like
You have to look-
English words.
Then you have to look up how many 5-letter words are there
I know.
in the world.
I'm just thinking.
I thought you were Googling like the complaint email address for Wordle.
No. The complaint email address. What a...
Complaints at Wordle.com.
Come on.
Jay just texted, I didn't get it after 4 other wrong guesses. Trying to get that middle letter. I'm pissed.
So according to Free Dictionary, there are 158,390 5-letter words.
Wow. Imagine that streak. So what happens when they get to that point?
I don't know.
Then
That's
like
a lot.
they use up all the words?
Then we're
Then
back to
what?
the 6-letter thing.
I guess.
Or
I don't
4-letter?
know.
Yeah.
Well, 4-letter
they
would
must
be
recycle.
glorious.
They must recycle.
Yeah, I don't know. But my thing is because, what, Maury, what the thing that you don't know is that because nobody here started playing Wordle from the very beginning, right?
No, that was it was like an internal family
What
thing.
if penis popped up first? Like, and shut up. You know what I mean? Like, what if your starting word has already happened?
I mean, it's a chance I have to take. I just don't want to not use it and then, oh my God, it was that word.
Right. Yeah, see, that's tough with Wordle.
I don't think I could ever live with myself if I missed penis.
I rotate now through my starting words.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a couple of different ones
Same.
that I do. Some days I go consonant heavy. Some days I go vowel heavy. Today I went vowel heavy, and it really screwed me up.
Gotcha.
When I go vowel heavy, my opening word is always either irate or unite.
Oh, nice.
Right, those are my two vowel heavy words.
Yeah.
They rarely come through for me, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
And then
a lot of times I start with, not every time,
yeah,
majority of the days, I start with the TH word.
yeah, really, huh?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a bugger today, though. You're right. That's like Wordle. What number is it? Just so people know, in case they're listening to this on the podcast at some point. What number Wordle was it? What game was it? It was Wordle.
Does it say?
454.
454. Yeah, Wordle 454. That one sucked.
What are your stats?
Sucked.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick round of applause for our very own Shem.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, what?
Congratulations, Shem.
Okay.
Killed it at Wordle today. Got it in one.
Whatever.
You hate him.
Get out of here. The group chat was blowing up today, man, with the accusations of Shem cheats.
Ridiculous.
Shem got today's Wordle in one. Now, without spoiling for anyone, right? Is this a word? Is today's word a word that you always start with? Or have you rotated your starting words and this is one of them? Or was this like a complete one-time try?
So I was in the middle of doing something, and I can't spoil that because that'll give it away. And it inspired it inspired my choice. And to my surprise, I was like, "Oh, came up all green first shot." And there you
Sounds
go.
like a cheater to me.
I know.
Y'all just be
I'm just trying to
hating.
figure out what you were doing. M-A-S-T-E.
Ah!
It's too many letters. That's too many letters.
No!
That wasn't the word. I'm trying to remember what the word was. That's too many letters.
Get out of here!
That's too many letters.
Also not the right time of the day.
That's too many letters. Nah, I don't buy that. Find out what the Shem. You're good. Hey, you're good on the computer. Find out what the odds are of getting Google in one guess or getting Wordle in one guess. Okay. Find out what the odds are.
Is this your first time, Shem?
No, second time.
Second time?
Yeah, second time.
Nah, you know what I mean? This is why the group chat explodes thinking Shem is a cheater. 2 times you got it in one? I don't think so.
I've never.
I don't think so.
My stats are not like that, man.
I don't think so.
You got it in one.
No,
once.
I didn't. No.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
No.
A couple weeks ago?
No. I got it. I got it in one, but then I said that my kid shouted it out before I did it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
and
okay,
then, And then
okay.
I'm not just like, and I'm not going to fake it, right? Like,
Sure. Be honest. Right, Shem?
Yeah, I was honest.
Yeah.
Listen,
Or you've never got it in one, right, Warren?
No, but somebody had taught me how you could cheat if you wanted to. Shem, tell me if this is how you cheated. You open a private browser, go to Wordle, do the Wordle, then go back to your Wordle in not private browsing and enter it in.
That's way too much work.
It's not. You open up a private browser.
But
and
what
go
if
to
you?
Wordle.
Open up private browsers.
But what if you X out on that?
No, but it'll tell you what the answer is. Then you go back to the non-private browsing into your own thing, and then you can enter it in.
But
that
why
way.
would you? But here's my thing: is
I'm
that
not
like
saying I did it. I'm
but, like,
saying this is a listener DM me going, if you want to cheat, this is how you
I know,
could cheat.
but your own like this is the thing with Wordle though is that it's not actually a competition, right? So like,
Hey, I'm just
there's
saying
no,
how Shem cheated. I'm not arguing.
I
I'm just saying this
understand.
is
I know,
probably
but
how Shem did
I
it.
know, but like everything else that's shady in the world, you have a step-by-step instructional manual on how to do that.
No, but I was
shady
just
thing.
asking if this is how Shem cheated today.
I didn't cheat for the record.
I mean, let's just be honest here. It's a little.
Let's
weird.
be honest here.
Yeah.
Damn it, Maury coming in hot with the let's be honest here. Okay.
Come on, man.
All right.
You can't say that.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Shem got today's Wordle in one.
I tried to leave Damn it, Maury a message on Instagram last night, and for the first time in my life, I got denied by Instagram because I was bullying, like I was being too mean.
Oh my God, really?
And all I tried to write was "You're the worst."
Oh.
And then I got that. And then I got that message pop up being like, "Are you sure you want to send this? Are you sure you want to say this to another person right now?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to say you're the worst."
So did you push the?
I did. I don't know if it
message
showed up
through?
though. Did it show up,
No.
Maury? It didn't show up. No, they didn't accept my message. And then Maury wrote me this morning being like, "You didn't comment on my video." And I'm like, "I tried, man. I tried to call you. I tried to call you the worst. Didn't let me go through. I had nothing else to say."
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It is, I don't know what the hell kind of elections are going on in the States right now, like primaries or something like that. I don't
All
know.
of them. They're always having elections.
Did you see this 80-year-old who did a rap? This 80-year-old running she's a Senate candidate out in Utah. Her name is Linda Paulson. And
Does not sound like your typical rapper.
Well, she doesn't look like your typical rapper. She looks like your white nan if you had a white nan.
Okay.
Or your white great nan is what she looks like. I think she's like 80 years old. But
80.
yeah, so it's every now and then you get a campaign ad where somebody decides to either sing or, rap or do something cool, right? Like to, spark the interest in kids, because what kid is interested, in voting for somebody who's 80? But
Is she good?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So the thing is that it's like shockingly amazing. So
Stop it.
So we'll play this and then we can come back and discuss. But very much pay attention to, because what I want to discuss is her ability to rhyme certain words with certain words. Man, next level.
Okay.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen
God.
up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption, where's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is. I love this country.
Damn,
It's a
Linda.
blessing to be free, but freedom comes with responsibility. The Constitution needs to be protected, not changed or disregarded, but resurrected. If you share my values, if you like what I stand for, then give me your vote on the 8th of November. District 12 needs a choice. Let me be your voice. Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson for Senate.
Big end, right? Okay.
Linda coming in hot with
Shem?
the bars.
She didn't really leave anything out, huh?
She didn't, and I admire the change in flow every now and then.
Okay, this is
right?
why. Yes, thank you.
Like sufficiency,
Family.
Yeah, and using not necessarily words that rhyme.
No, they did
but
not.
using words that sound similar.
Right.
She's using the Eminem tactic. Eminem does this a lot.
Yeah.
Where he
Are you
may
comparing
not.
Linda Paulson to Eminem?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah?
that's where I hear the similarities in wordplay. Right?
Okay.
Like the wordplay is not necessarily the fact that all the words are rhyming, but the words that she's
Right.
trying to rhyme, she makes them sound like they are because they sound similar.
Right. And there is a video too. Like she shot a full video for yes. There's a full video. But the thing with this is like
She rocking Jordans and a hoodie?
No, she looks like your nan. She's wearing like a red shirt with a neckerchief. And she
Streets
looks,
in Utah are hot.
She looks
when Linda Paulson.
Bro, I'm telling you,
through.
Utah. Okay, so Utah is a crazy ass place, man. And I think things have changed over the years. But I was in Utah years ago, and it was incredibly difficult to get drunk in Utah because the liquor laws in Utah were wild, man. Like beer was like 2%. Right?
What?
Like you could order a beer, but it was like 2.5 or whatever it was percent. Like you'd go out at night. If you weren't from Utah, you'd go out for dinner and crush like 13 cans of beer.
Yeah.
And be fine. Like nothing wrong with you.
Light buzz.
Maybe a light buzz. And like in restaurants, if they served, God, it was weird. It used to be that if restaurants served food, they couldn't serve hard liquor. And if restaurants served hard liquor, they couldn't serve wine. Like there was nowhere for you to get everything.
Oh,
right?
really? It was
weird.
one or the other?
It was super.
Yeah, it was one or the other.
Yeah, it was very odd in Utah. But yeah, no. If you get a chance, watch this video because I'm telling you, if you thought that the song was horrific, the video, if you can even believe it, is
atrocious.
Is worse.
Well, I think MC Linda Paulson deserves a replay. Right?
But not the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, come on now.
Listen.
Okay.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda
I
Paulson.
love people who can't rap. You know what this
Republican
reminds me
and
of?
awesome. Love God
Pause
and
for a
family
second.
and
What was
the
that video that used to play all the time with at the mall? The back to school.
East Side Mall.
East Side Mall.
East Hills for back to school. Denim, haircut, backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
My guy.
New shoes.
Get yourself an outfit.
Yeah, girl. Sing it.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
Haircut, new shoes. So get yourself back to school with East Hills.
Okay, right?
Right?
They should go on tour. The East Hills Gang and Linda Paulson.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution.
Talk to him.
Tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government
It just seems so
control and
trivial when
regulation.
you
Want
rap
to stop
about it.
and expose all
know what I mean?
political corruption. Where's integrity, morality, accountability? Government programs should lead to society and support traditional.
John's finally listening to the lyrics
I know.
now.
The fundamental unit
What's
of
it sound like,
society.
Sean?
Keep playing it.
Yeah.
Hi.
They're
my name
pushing
is
for new
Don't-
beliefs.
My name is
And just to
My
clarify,
name is
as a
Chicka
female
Chicka Linda
adult, I know
Paulson.
what a woman is.
Yeah.
I love this country. It's a blessing to be free, but freedom comes
With responsibility. Oh, so she
Yeah. Linda Paulson got you drunk off the henny right now, dog.
If you like what I stand for.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God, are you serious right now?
What is your name?
My name's Krista.
Okay, Krista texted in. Fantastic question, by the way, or comment, really. So we all know that your book, Roz, A Little Bit Broken, is out on September 27th, right?
Yeah, like less than 2 weeks.
Talk
right?
about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
So Krista texted in and said, so I'm going to be honest, I don't think I can read Roz's book. I heard him read an excerpt and I was already crying. Am I strong enough for this? So I think Krista is talking about all these videos that you're posting on Instagram where it's your book on the table, there's a little tape recorder. Great idea, by the way. You take a cassette and then you hit play and it's part of your audiobook, right?
Right.
So which is the one that you heard, Krista, that kind of made you tear up?
I mean, there were so many, actually. There's a couple. And, like, I was hearing them, and I stopped making sense of it because I just started crying. Because I am also a little bit broken, and, you know, like, it's hard to hear other people go through similar things to what I've gone through.
I will. Okay. First of all, I don't want anybody to like. I don't want to like force anybody to read the book. Okay.
No, but I want to. I just don't know if I can.
I will say this. Okay. Having gone through stuff, right, and you've heard enough now to know that you probably are going to see more than just a little bit of yourself in this story. Okay. I will tell you this. The book is one. It's not going to let you down. I guarantee you that when you are finished it, you are not going to come away feeling anything other than exhilarated. I can guarantee you this, that what I sort of like lay out in the beginning is the payoff is fantastic. And I think that there's probably a lot of questions that you have even about your own self and your own life, about how you deal with things and whether you are absolutely normal or completely messed up, because sometimes you don't know the difference. I'm telling you right now, you are built for this. Okay,
Ooh, and that is how you sell a book.
You are
That is amazing.
You
dog.
are built for this. I guarantee you that.
So I should just plan a weekend to stay home and go nowhere because I'll just have red eyes the whole weekend.
You would not believe the amount of people who asked me exactly how long the audiobook is because they want to set aside that chunk of time to listen to it straight through.
Great question. What's the answer?
It's 8 hours and 58 minutes.
Oh my goodness! 8 hours, 9 hours.
It's 9 hours. Yeah,
Bro, that's
yeah.
9 hours of straight tears.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of laughs. There is a lot of laughs, right? But there you'll get it though. You'll get it. But yeah, so if you're gonna sit and read the audiobook, it's 9 hours straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you gonna do, Krista? Are you gonna read the book, or are you gonna listen to the audio version of it?
I have raging ADHD, so I will probably listen to the audio version of it.
Yeah. All right.
But okay, I'm sold. I will cry my eyes out and listen to the audiobook for sure. Yeah.
You have time to prepare now, so go to Costco and get you like the Costco size boxes of tissue because you're gonna need those.
Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I will definitely do that. Okay. I'm almost crying now thinking about reading or listening to it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will, and I'll just warn people ahead of time. Listening to it, like listening to the audiobook, is going to be a far more emotional experience than if you read the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, of
Guaranteed.
course it will be.
Yeah.
Because it's your words coming from you in your your emotion coming out, right?
Yeah,
So-
and there's parts where you can tell that I am, as I'm reading it, like I'm just trying my hardest to hold my stuff together.
Aw, buddy,
right?
really?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because I didn't want to do another take.
Yeah.
Right. I did most of the book in one take. Like Maury, you know how long, voiceover stuff, right? Because Maury had asked me, when you do the audiobook, can you bring in the outtakes? Because it would be kind of cool to play them on the show. And I was like, yeah, cool. And so I asked the guy, I was like, hey, listen, if there's any outtakes, give them to me. I read the book over, first of all, they had set aside 6 days. I did it in 4.
Oh, my guy.
Okay.
There you go.
And it's the book itself is 93,000 words. When I had to go back for a pickup day to fix things that like I screwed up or like I missed a word, out of 93,000 words, I had 10 lines to do.
Oh my God, that's it?
I was in and out of there in 15 minutes.
Wow.
I basically read the entire thing in one take.
Wow, good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yes, my love.
Did Maury give you any tips on how to do that? He's so great with doing his voiceover work.
Yeah, don't you worry, Maury. We have. I know that Maury desperately wanted to audition to read the book, and hearing that
I almost fired my agent.
Right? Yes, exactly.
Krista, it was so lovely speaking with you. Thank you for texting in, and thank you for listening, more importantly, and thank you for sharing your time with the Roz and Mocha Show. We are forever
you.
indebted to you, and we just love you a lot.
I love you guys so much.
Love you too.
Take care.
You too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, man. We're at the point now, it's hard to keep up with the amount of slow-mo podcast submissions that we've been getting. When you listen to our podcast, it's been discovered that if you listen to certain things at half speed, the conversations sound like we are drunk, super wasted.
We can almost release an entire episode just of slow-mo.
You're right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For real. So the latest submission comes to us from Kelsey, who took it back to 2018, episode 38 of the podcast.
Oof.
And I don't even remember this happening on the show.
Okay.
But damn it, Maury flew to a winery on a private plane with like other people, other tourists, solo, right? Gets drunk with them, talking wine and stuff. Meets somebody out there who like sings and gets them to sing, and then flies home and has to then enter the condo wasted and talk to a sober.
I don't remember.
I remember this as though it was yesterday.
But I would definitely have been all for doing that on the show if it was a brand new idea. I'm glad. I'm glad we did
I was
this.
hungover on the show the next day.
So
Jesus.
here is slow-mo from the podcast. Damn it, Maury. First at the winery.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Instead of border collie.
What's that?
Bordeaux collie.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Tell you a joke?
Just straight up chaos.
Joe, come here. Where are you going? Don't run away. Quick joke. Quick joke. I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to chase you. What did the grape say when it was crushed?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just let out a little wine. Que sole song.
Oh no.
What is going on here? What is your name? Fernando. You have a beautiful voice. Can you teach me to sing one line with you? Libia, Molivia, Monelietica.
Oh my God. I sort of want to hear it in regular speed. Like I sort of want to hear the original clip that you brought back from there.
Guy. But you know what? Let's make a deal. I don't make radio shows. You don't sing.
That guy's the best. So then, David Boy, this is Slow Mo Podcast, by the way, submitted by Kelsey, who went back to episode 38 from 2018 when David Morey flew to a winery and was like just talking to other winos.
Drunk.
And it already, like, Maury's already drunk there with other drunk people, but slowed down, sounds even more wasted. So he gets home to talk to Dammit Matthew about being drunk.
Hi. Oh, you're drunk? I had like a whole bottle of Riesling. Oh, must be nice. Thanks for inviting me. And I pretended to be smart and wine-ish. You know, I would have taken time off work to go do the same thing. Be there with you. Time off. Why not?
Straight up chaos.
Oh, stop. Please, Lou. Oh, did you? Oh.
We wined and dined in the vines. Come and hug me.
Oh my God, you're hot and sweet. Oh my God. Dance with me.
Oh my God, it's just chaos. I don't even know what I'm listening to. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what's going on. That sounded so terrible.
I put in the original. You wanted to hear it.
Oh, you have it? Can we do it now? Can we
singing.
come back and do it? Can we play it now, or do you want to play a song and come back and do it?
Play a song real quick and we'll come back and play that. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'd like to think I have a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
Although I don't remember this happening on the show back in 2018.
So we got another Roz and Mocha Slow Mo podcast submission, and it's when you listen to the podcast at half speed, we sound hammered. But there was actually a clip that somebody submitted of one of us hammered, and it was when Maury flew on a private plane out to a winery and got drunk alone with tourists, and I don't even remember this happening, and you don't even remember it happening.
But it's funny as hell, and I have the original.
Okay.
Piece here with Maury drunk.
Yes.
Talking to other drunkos at this winery.
Okay.
And I guess like borderline bothering them.
Okay.
Right?
And what's your name?
I'm Mikael from Portugal.
Oh my God, obrigado.
Obrigado.
Oh, no.
I got to ask you this. Say you'll be wine.
Oh, I don't know.
Instead of mine, wine. Say you'll be wine.
Oh, it's a good wine.
No, but say you'll be wine.
Say we'll be wine.
And let me ask you this. What was the drunk dinosaur?
What's a drunk winosaur?
Winosaurus.
Winosaurus.
Laugh like ha ha ha.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a bottle of wine?
And many bottles.
Oh, take me to your liter. Okay. Like liter of wine. Liter of wine. Okay, again, just laugh. Can I tell you a quick joke?
Sure.
I don't know. Why not? I've trained my dog to bring me a glass of red wine. It's a Bordeaux Collie.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Instead of Border Collie.
What's that?
Bordeaux Collie.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Can I tell you a joke? No. Quick joke. Come here. Where are you going? Don't run away. Quick joke. I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to chase you. Okay. What did the grape say when it was crushed?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just let out a little wine. What is your name?
Fernando.
You have a beautiful voice. Can you teach me to sing one line with you?
Yeah.
Olivia Monelietica.
Nitida body
Too much wine. Too much wine.
Sounds exact.
That was great.
Tsunami.
You're a good guy. But you know what? Let's make a deal. I don't make radio shows. You don't sing.
Oh my God.
All right, can you drink
He's gonna
wine
die.
for breakfast?
Champagne.
No, just say I don't. Just say I don't know.
Ice wine.
No, just say I don't know.
I don't know.
Wine not. You see what I did there?
Oh, God, that was amazing.
Or he's like all those Instagram videos of like all those people on a bachelorette party
Oh.
tour where they get on the bus and they just do winery after winery.
Oh, God, that was amazing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. That's how we do.
With the drip.
What's that mean? What's the drip mean? I hear that all the time. What's that mean when somebody says the drip?
What do you think it means?
Well, it used to mean something else.
Yeah.
It used to mean the after effects of doing too much cocaine.
It's not that.
Oh, okay.
Want to take another guess?
No. I'd prefer if you just told me.
Oh, please guess. It's
Shut up.
fun.
It's a lot more fun if you keep guessing.
What the drip is?
Uh-huh.
I don't even know the context of saying the drip. Like you just said with the drip.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like with the attitude? Like what does it mean? The drip.
Getting close.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't
Shem,
even know
go
what
ahead.
I
Please
asked.
tell him.
Thank you.
Drip is refers to any sort of jewelry that you may be rocking. So it could be a chain, it could be some earrings,
Really?
it could be
It could
some bling on your fingers.
It could also reference the clothes that
the
you're
clothes
wearing.
you're wearing as well.
Clothes.
That's not what I was going to guess at all.
Oh, that's a different kind of drip.
No,
Maury.
I thought
Oh,
it was
don't-
like sweat.
No.
Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Not dripping with sweat.
Yeah, we're not.
All right.
We're not soaked. It's
Yeah.
just a drip.
No, it's it also refers to clothes. As
So if
well.
I put on my
Yes.
bar mitzvah rings and necklaces, I'm dripping?
If you
you
got
could
all
say,
if you-
I'm stunting on you hoes with my
bar mitzvah ring.
with my bar mitzvah drip.
yeah,
The Jewish drip, man.
yeah,
Or
the Jewish drip.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I shouldn't say hoes. I apologize.
Acidic drip. Yeah. Get
I
that.
apologize for saying it the second time. I was just gonna stop saying it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, huh? Say stuff like that.
Yeah, the real life vocab comes out on the radio.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to. It's
It
hard.
really is.
It's yeah.
Sometimes I say stuff
I know.
not on the radio, and then I have to remember when I go to use the word in the right context that I don't say it on the radio and I have to find a replacement.
Yeah. Yeah. I said something. I was watching a show last night. I'm watching that, whatever the hell it's called, The Devil in Idaho or something like that. The Devil in Ohio.
Oh.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, God. Is this another one of those true crime?
No. It's like, it's sort of like The Sinner, but kind of a little bit more high school focused, so it's less dark than the Sinner, like cults and stuff like this. Like some girl escapes from a
I
cult.
stopped
and
watching
lives
Sinner
with
after
lives with
season
her family.
2.
Yeah. But this is it's like
Okay.
it's like a high school drama, but only
Okay.
like centers around a cult and stuff like this. And
Down with that cult drip.
And Catherine shot ahead of me, right? I kept falling asleep on the couch, and I didn't know what she was doing while I was sleeping. All I know is that she was waking me up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, being like, time to go to bed. And I'm like, what have you been doing?
Cult stuff.
Thank you. So she burned through the first 6, and then I had to catch up. So I caught up as best I could. And I'm watching it, and she's in the office, and you were talking about like language you use at home and stuff like that. And I shouted to her in the office something that I can't repeat on the radio. And
What's the first letter?
Oh no, it was just I referred to somebody as something.
Okay,
Right?
sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Just somebody as something. Because the character was driving me crazy in the show. So I said, "Why is the da-da-da-da-da-da-da?"
Yeah.
And I shouted it down the hall, and I realized it was a bit harsh. And I was like, "Oh man, Catherine didn't answer me, right?" And I was like, "Oh no,
Oh, was your
maybe
12-year-old at
she's
home?
like, no, Roxy's gone. She's camping to school and stuff like this."
Oh, so profanities.
Profanity
Go
like
ahead.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? And we got it out last night, right?
Oh,
Got it
perfect.
all out, all the swears.
Yeah, with the swear drip.
Yeah, yes. Does that work? Can I say swear drip?
Meh.
No? Shut up, Sharon. You can't just groan. Anyway, so I'm shouting profanities in my house last night because the kid's not around.
Yeah.
And it's a glorious thing. But then I thought I went a little too far because Catherine didn't answer me. And then I realized afterwards that she like had headphones on or something like this. And so she couldn't have answered me. And so there was a minute of anxiety where I was free to say anything you wanted to, right?
But a
like
little
you're
too
in
loose?
an uncensored world, and I thought I was a little too loose. Right, I thought it was a little too loose, and then I was going to have to then dial it back. But the great thing was, is she didn't even hear me.
Good. So
Yeah.
at least you got it out there.
I did get it out there.
But
It
then
felt good to say it full volume
But
too.
then you realize,
Yeah,
maybe not.
yeah.
So you didn't have to repeat.
You know, there's words that you always say at like 60% max.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was this one that you said at 100?
Oh, it was 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
With your
yeah,
chest.
yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is. Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Courtney, it's Roz and Mocha. How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on? Why don't you tell everyone why you've reached out to us?
So I'm just wondering how I can dust myself off and be happy again.
Yeah. Okay. So, Courtney, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I'm a 27-year-old single mom who is going to school, working 2 jobs, just got out of a relationship that didn't end well, and has broken me and my children, and just looking for advice on how to pick myself up and move forward and stay strong for my kids.
Oh,
You're in it, huh?
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney, we're so sorry that you're going through this.
This is all fresh, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reaching.
Yeah. It's these are the rough times when it all sort of hits you at once, huh?
Big time.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 27 years old and you think by now with having kids you'd have it all together.
You got to do it all. That's the sort of, that's the job. And when I say it's the job, I don't mean it's something that's a task. I mean that, this is life, and it'll smack you around. But if you don't think you're built for this, then you are sadly mistaken, because I can guarantee you right now you are built for this. Now, the one thing that I would say, right, especially when it's fresh, is one, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there is no quick fix, right? It takes it takes time. You even at this point right now, you got to figure out what is the thing that you can do every single day that makes it all worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
If it's spending 10 minutes with your kids and reading a book, if it's spending 10 minutes away from your kids, if it's eating your favorite food, if it's dancing to your favorite song, if it's sitting on the phone with somebody, if it's reading the same bloody thing over and over and over again, you got to find something in your day that makes it all worth it, and you have to do that thing every single day. Otherwise, you are going to sink.
Oh, man, that is such great advice.
That is amazing advice, and honestly, exactly what I needed to hear.
How old are your kids?
My son actually turns 5 tomorrow,
Mhm.
and my daughter turns 8 in December.
Okay. So they're having a rough time with all of this as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't understand what it's like to be in your shoes, but I could only imagine that you have to put on that strong face for them.
It's not easy, but we're parents, so we do it.
You do it.
Is there I don't know, do you have support? Is there people that you could lean on that you could talk to as well, or that you could kind of not vent, but share your emotions with as well?
I do. I have actually really great support. I have friends from my school right now who have been supporting me through this, and I have my mom who I stay with right now. We don't have the closest relationship, but we're trying to get through it together and build it up through this. So
Yeah, you need time, and we've said this before. When you're a mom or a dad, and you're a single mom or single dad, and you're just fresh out of a relationship, you're going through trauma after trauma after trauma, right? And a lot of this thing that's happening right now is you have all sorts of people who are looking at you a certain way. You got your kids that are looking at you like your mom, like you're their mom. You got your mom looking at you like the kid, but also the one living there, and maybe sometimes you're late with the rent and everything else, and all this stuff. You got a lot of people that see you in a lot of ways, right?
Exactly.
But up until now, I don't know if you know who you are. Do you know what I mean by that? I don't know how you see you, and I think that you have to get really good at being you. And not you in a relationship, and not you the mom, and not you the daughter, and not you who's going through a rough patch. I think that you just got to get good at being you, and you got to figure out who that person is, and that takes time. But you can do all that and still be a mom. You can do all that and still, look for work. You can do all that and still, grieve getting over a relationship that just ended. You can do all that stuff, but you got to get good at being you, and you got to figure out who you are. And it takes time, but you're going to be great.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
You got
Thank
this.
you so much.
Hey, you know what, Courtney? I'm sure you've done it already, multiple times, but nothing wrong with a good cry.
No, and honestly, I believe in a good cry too.
Right? Even a good cry might just make half of your day even better.
Exactly.
Right? And you listen, don't beat yourself up over this, all right? If you ever need a pick-me-up, you need a little bit of motivation, you need to laugh, you need to cry, you give Razamoka a call. We're always here for you, okay?
I appreciate and love you guys so much. Thank you.
We love you too.
Girl, we got you. Don't worry. You're going to get through this. And you are going to be amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right.
Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. I truly needed this.
I know there's a lot of tears happening, but do you feel a little bit better?
I do.
Okay.
Honestly, I have so many emotions when you guys called, and I've been wanting this. I keep telling my mom all the time that your guys' advice, I listen to your guys' show and podcast all the time, and your guys' advice means everything to me, and it's gotten me through, especially these last 2 years when we've been locked down. So thank you so much.
Well, now that you're in a better mood, I don't feel as guilty to ask between Razamoka, who's your favorite?
Oh, no. Okay, I love you guys both, but Roz is hands down my favorite.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with that today. No. Only because great advice, but also, Courtney, you're a little bit hysterical right now.
I know.
So.
I was just...
so your judgment might be a little clouded.
Thank you so much.
Love you, Courtney.
Love you guys.
You're the
Thank
best.
Bye, honey.
You got it, love.
Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
You know who Brit Barbie 3 is on TikTok?
Who? No.
Did this escape your feed at all this weekend? Look at Shem dying in there.
I don't know what a Brit Barbie 3 is. What is that?
So,
is that a person?
Yeah. Brit Barbie 3 on TikTok went viral because of something she said. Then other people are now saying it.
Okay.
So she went shopping, haul, right? And she's showing off what she bought.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at this haul that I got.
Yeah.
I bought this. And to end her sentence, she actually said the word period. Check out this thing that I bought. I bought this new shirt, period.
Okay.
Right? Because she's trying to flex on the things that she bought to show you. But she also followed up the word period with
Okay.
Check out this shirt. Period.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it became her catchphrase. So then other people started doing versions of their own using her audio. So this video instantly racked up the views. 1.2 million is what it got, with thousands upon thousands of comments.
Five Below haul. So I got this little bridge for my gecko. Period. He's still getting used to it, but yeah. Period. I got this for when I do my schoolwork because I am homeschooled, so yeah. Period. Got these pencils because school starts Monday. Period. I'm starting a business, so I'm gonna have my list on here of stuff that I sell and stuff like that. So yeah. Period. Dry erase markers for the Provost thing that I just showed you guys. Period. I have bad scoliosis, so this is gonna come in good hands. Period. I got these metal straws because I really think that we need to start saving the turtles, and I didn't think it was a big deal at first.
She's like kind of random all over the place, right?
Yeah, man.
Just talking to things, right?
Where did that come from? Period. She just make that up, or did somebody else do it first?
Yeah.
I had to get these. Period. I
So-
got a face roller because they feel so nice. Period.
Oh, wow.
I got this shirt. Period.
Okay, so
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
that goes 1.2 million views.
Wow.
So she's like, well, listen, I'm going to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put out a song. The
She
period.
put out a song?
Yeah, the period song. Okay.
It's never a good idea when the person who goes viral also does the song.
Well, she got 28 million views on this.
Oh my God.
Brit Barbie. Period. 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 I am period. You are period. I am period. You are period. My bag is period. Your bag is period. 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 Period.
I didn't think that, like...
28 million views!
You know how we went through that whole round of, when Rebecca Black first came out? Love Rebecca Black, by the way. Never say a bad word about her. She's beautiful. She's a wonderful person. But there was that round when Rebecca Black came out where it was like, it's Friday, and then there was the girl who sang the Chinese food song.
Yeah.
And then there was the My Puppy song.
And then My Jeans.
And My Jeans, right?
Yeah.
And you thought, okay, this has to be the sort of least amount of talent you could harness to have a song become a hit. But I thought that was like the lowest point, and then kids were only going to get, with the resources they had, like more talented and better. But now with TikTok, you can do this and get 28 million views.
Straight up nonsense. Stop bouncing in there, Shem, like you like the song.
I know, don't. It's not fire, Shem. It's not fire. It's not fire. No, it's not.
I am period. You are period. My bag is period. Your
Shut up, Shem.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Olivia Wilde was on Stephen Colbert last night dancing around the idea that she and Florence Pugh are having a feud. And she sort of skirts it at the beginning, and then Colbert goes back to it. But Olivia takes the angle of she does not have a problem with Florence Pugh, but never addresses whether Florence Pugh has a problem with Olivia Wilde.
So
it's
acts like directly,
it's very creative the way she does it. But here's that exchange last night.
People say you are feuding with Florence Pugh. Is there anything you want to say to that?
No, the only thing I want to say to that is that another one of our weird rumors, Spitgate, which you might have heard about, is
Harry Styles. Did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine?
No.
Why or why not? Support your answer.
He did not. But I think it's a perfect example of, like, people will look for drama anywhere they can.
Mm-hmm.
Harry did not spit on Chris, in fact. But that...
Only time will tell.
No, he really didn't.
Well,
He did.
sure looks like we shall see.
No, we've seen it.
Science isn't it.
No. And that is exactly what I mean, though. People can look at a video that shows evidence of someone not spitting on someone else, and they'll still see what they want to see.
Sure.
And that is the creation of drama.
So
and that is clickbait.
No tension between you and Florence Pugh.
I have nothing but respect for Florence's talent. She's fantastic. She's on the set of her movie Dune right now,
right.
and like, there's nothing cooler than a busy actress. I have nothing against her for any reason.
Okay.
And I do
People
think
pointed out that she was having an Aperol Spritz during the press conference and didn't show up for it.
They did point that out. No, I think what's funny is like, I don't feel like my male directing colleagues are answering questions about their cast.
I would agree with you. Okay?
To a certain extent, I would say. But, I mean, look at how ravenous people were towards the feud between, like, The Rock and Vin Diesel.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, once it gets out there and people are saying stuff publicly, like, they jump on it.
And that every couple of years, that topic between The Rock and Vin Diesel still comes up.
Or whoever, you know. But it's interesting because the way that she spun that, which is she doesn't have a problem with Florence Pugh, but she didn't address that maybe Florence Pugh might have a problem with her.
Bigging up the skill, talking about how busy she is.
Yeah.
I just feel like at this point she's doing what she can to get people to stop talking about it.
And I know a lot of people are sort of taking that side and saying, you know, that it is unfair and everything else. And I agree to a certain extent it is, because from what I've heard, the movie isn't actually that bad. And it's got some really good parts in it. But I will say this, that all of this controversy around this movie and all of the rumors and the stories and the everything else, all of it was a direct result of interviews that Olivia Wilde had given. All of it.
Yeah.
Even like where all of this Florence Pugh stuff even started was because she disagreed with the way Olivia Wilde characterized the movie and the sex in the movie, and she didn't agree with it, and she didn't want it to use to be marketing the film and all of this stuff. And then that's how that all started. And then the video that Olivia Wilde sent to Shia LaBeouf where she was like Miss Flo. Like all of this stuff was just from, and the Shia LaBeouf stuff was from the interview that Olivia Wilde did. Like all of it is just from interviews that she's given.
Yeah.
It's not like people are making it up. She was the one that set the stage for it all. But anyway, so she does not have a problem with Florence Pugh. That does not mean that Florence Pugh does not have a problem with Olivia Wilde.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, did you hear this David Blaine clip? I'm a huge fan of David Blaine. You know that, right? All the stuff that he's done. And when David Blaine does these incredible things, whether it's the locking himself in a box forever or all the crazy stuff that he's done where it's almost like it's more performance art than it is magic. Like remember we did what the last one was? Like wasn't
the balloon,
the helium balloon, right? Wasn't that crazy?
All the way up to space.
Yeah, that was nuts, right? But like bonkers. But he was doing a podcast, and the question came up because we're always in awe of the stuff he does, but nobody ever really thinks about what happens to David Blaine when that particular stunt is over, right? And they get into that, the sort of long-term effects on him after he does this stuff.
Health issues you have today associated with your career?
I think metabolism took a hit, probably from all the breath holding. They say short-term memory loss, but short-term memory rebuilds itself apparently. And then I would guess that the unknowns from eating glass, kerosene, these things, probably there's a lot of residual effects that I don't really know about yet.
On the munching on glass, I mean,
it's probably not a good idea.
Well, I mean, you have issues today, right?
This is totally worn away. All the enamel's gone from the tooth. His nerve is almost exposed.
The other thing is there's like a chemical in the glass. So the chemical that they use to make glass, that's also going into your body. So not the best idea.
Oh my
Bro,
goodness.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
So they cut away there. They showed like his dentist.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. His dentist is like pulling on a thing, right?
What?
Yeah. What happens in that clip? What does he do more?
I was saying they cut away and they're showing his teeth.
Yeah.
And his dentist was showing how all of the chewing of the glass has exposed like the nerves and the roots of his teeth.
David Blaine.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Keegan-Michael Key, fun. What was that show called that he did? The weird one that I loved a lot?
Oh, Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon. That was the one.
Apple TV
What
Plus.
did you say, Maury?
I said Key and Peele.
No, I love Key and Peele, but Schmigadoon was the one that I really loved. So I guess celebrities love jumping on the celebrity tour buses, like the TMZ tour bus down in LA.
Amazing, yeah.
They just The Rock always rolling down his window and waving at people.
I've done the
and
tour.
stuff. Have you? Did a celebrity
In
jump on your
LA?
bus or no? No.
I did it in New York and in LA.
And no celebrities jumped on your bus. No.
You know, in New York, they don't even show you on the Sex and the City tour. They don't show you the Sex and the City house.
Why not?
Because the homeowners don't want the buses.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I imagine that would be a huge pain in the ass. But when it comes to awards shows, right, Keegan-Michael Key is sort of like... So he gets on the bus, and then he starts just like talking to people. And I guess hosting awards shows came up. And I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I like awards shows when the host goes like a little salty. Like I like awards shows when it becomes a bit of a roast.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Those are always the best ones.
To me, they're always the best ones,
Yeah.
right? Where like you can take shots at the room, whether it be Amy Poehler and Tina Fey or Ricky
They
Gervais.
do it very well. Ricky
or-
Gervais does it well.
Yeah, right? What's that, Maury?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal used to do the same thing. But here is Keegan-Michael Key talking about how awards show hosts and jokes most specifically should not go low. Listen to Keegan.
This is actually a really good idea. It's actually my wife's idea.
Okay.
Is we should be celebrating what it is that we love about film.
Yes.
And what we love about television. Is that okay? I'm sharing your idea. Her idea is that.
I love that you're giving her credit.
Can I share your Oscar's idea? No, not okay. I will not share your Oscar's idea.
come
No.
on.
So I'm only going to say this. We should be what? Be positive. We should be positive.
Yes.
We should be positive,
Okay.
and we should celebrate the art forms. That's it.
And
We
no
should
more bits.
Celebrate the art forms.
No more bits.
You can do as many bits as you want, but let's let them be.
It has to be positive.
Fun,
It has to be positive.
and clever.
I'm obsessed with this.
You can do comedy, and you can be positive.
And you don't have to be negative.
Yes, you can always you can make someone laugh and also uplift at the same time. It's absolutely a possible thing. I do it with my writing. My wife's my writing partner.
I'm
I do that,
obsessed.
and it's not always easy, but it's something that you can do. Okay, this is my TED talk.
But they're going to say anything on that bus. Had he said, like that woman is like, oh my God, had he said, listen, for awards shows, all jokes should be told where we turn around and bend over and make our buttocks with our hands. Right? She'd be like, oh my God. She's like, that is the best idea.
Hold on. So he jumped onto a tour bus
to give a lecture about comedy.
Okay, you know, if I were on that tour bus, I'd be pissed.
Thank you.
I'd be pissed that Keegan-Michael Key, who I'm a big fan of, jumped on the bus to interrupt the tour, right?
Yeah.
And to also campaign.
Also to not be funny. Like if Keegan-Michael Key's going to show up on a bus, be funny.
That's
right?
kind of disappointing.
Yes. Right? But anyway, I don't know how I feel. I don't know
if I was on that bus, he could say anything he wants. I'd be like, oh my God.
You'd be just like that woman.
No, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
Keith.
yes.
Great.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Every single time I think I found the perfect example of what your worst nightmare is, Roz, a new example pops up. And I'm like, add it to the list.
Okay.
Go
for it.
So I know when you used to travel a lot. I
hate traveling, though.
ET Canada. You hate
Hated
traveling.
every single trip.
But I do know you well enough to know the type of traveler you are.
Right.
You like to get to your first class seat, sit down, settle in, glass of wine.
Thank you.
And then nobody talk to you, nobody bother you for the duration of the flight.
Right.
Unless it is to ask if you want a refill on your drink.
Right. Because hey, listen, I am all for getting drunk on planes because I don't drive myself to the airport, I don't fly the plane, and I'm not the one who takes me to the hotel when I land.
Right.
Live it up.
Yeah,
right? What else am I
totally.
going to do? I'm going to watch a movie. This is what always happens. I know I'll be quick here. Of
course.
This is what always happens when I get on a flight, right? Is I get on a flight, I sit in my seat, it takes off, I put my chair back, I close my eyes, I try to fall asleep, realize that I can't sleep on airplanes, and I wake up and I go, can I have 2 bottles of wine, please?
Right. Yeah.
Right?
And just keep them coming.
That's it.
As long as the flight is.
Thank
right?
you.
And
Yeah.
also leave me alone.
Yeah.
So you would hate being on this Southwest flight.
I hate everything about Southwest.
I know.
It's
And
a bus.
Southwest always makes the news.
Yeah.
When it comes to these stories.
Yes.
Right?
I don't want you to rap the instructions, right? I don't want you to do a Broadway rendition of the flight instructions.
What else?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
No performances.
Nothing. I don't want
You
anything.
would hate what happened on this Southwest flight that was going from Long Beach, California to Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay.
Okay.
Good flight.
There is,
That's a long
you know, the music store in the States called Guitar Center?
Yeah.
So they've teamed up with Southwest for this particular flight where they gave every single passenger a ukulele.
Oh, shut up.
Okay. And they sent Guitar Center instructors on that flight to teach people how to play the ukulele.
On a flight?
Yes.
No.
Because their whole claim is that
No.
anyone could learn how to play the ukulele
No.
in 20 minutes.
No.
So the duration of this flight from Cali to Hawaii.
No.
Every single person in this video all had a ukulele in their hand.
Yeah.
And the Guitar Center instructor is like on the big speakers trying to teach them, and they all have like pieces of paper in front of them that have instructions on how to play the ukulele. So this is what it sounded like on the plane. So just walking up and down the aisle, you kind of hear the strumming of the ukulele.
Are you guys pros? Oh, no. Let's see. Show off for the camera.
So it's just chaos, right?
Nobody wants this.
So the plane is in the air and the instructor is giving direction on the big speakers.
Be the second string from the top of your bass plan. So if you want to
Your worst nightmare. And then the
I
instructor
would lose my mind.
starts singing because they're trying to teach everyone how to sing a song or play a song called Hello Aloha.
All right. Once again. Hello, aloha.
You're getting anxiety already.
I would be
and you're not even on this plane.
I would be so upset.
D7. So once again, 2 fingers. Then on track 2. On string 4.
No. You do not do that on a flight. You do not do that on a flight.
I'm all for having fun and everything, but this to me is the extreme. Like, this is way too much.
No
right?
way can you
Cool.
do that on a
Listen,
flight.
if you want to give me a gift, you want to give me a ukulele, awesome. Thank you. I will put it with the carry-on luggage.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll put it in storage.
Oh.
When I get to Hawaii, maybe when I get to the hotel.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
For like 2 seconds before.
And I know what's going to happen, okay, is that I know how to play a ukulele, right? And so I know what's going to happen is I'm going to be seated beside somebody who's like, their ukulele is like upside down, right? And they think it's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start getting frustrated because people are doing it wrong.
And you have to course correct.
Yes. Right? Like that's my, like that would be my thing is I would get so frustrated because everybody just was lousy.
No, but then you would be the guy that then
that ruined it.
No, the Guitar Center instructor would come up to him and be like, "Hey, you look like you know what you're doing. Do you mind helping me out?"
No,
with some of the other passengers.
you're
shaking right now.
Man, no, bro, it's not cool. That's
you're not even
cool.
on that
There's
flight.
not enough wine on that plane for me to sit there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you guys see that LeVar Burton out here replying to Kanye saying that he's never read a book?
Oh, yeah, when Kanye said that to him reading books is like eating Brussels sprouts.
So here's where it came from. Kanye was on a podcast called the Aloe Yoga podcast. Yeah. Talking to a guy, I guess he knows this guy. And here's how the conversation went before Kanye then went into saying, I don't read books. Books is like how Brussels sprouts for kids, right?
There's two people. The man who thinks they can and the man who thinks they can't. And they're both right.
That's right.
That's what you were saying, but that was like a simplified version.
Yeah. The one who wins the race is the one who believes they can. The oak lies in the acorn. And Ye was telling me that he hasn't read this book, but I was telling him that every positive attribute he naturally embodies. And that's extraordinary, to have that confidence, from being such a young kid and going out there and inspiring and having this vision and actualizing it is extraordinary.
Also, when you said I hadn't read this book, I actually haven't read any book. Reading is like eating Brussels sprouts for me. And talking is like getting the Giorgio Baldi corn ravioli.
You're so fancy. All right, you're better than us. So, this story obviously blew up, and Huffington Post tweeted about it, right?
Yeah.
And then LeVar Burton replied to the Huffington Post
LeVar
tweet.
Burton, Reading Rainbow guy.
Reading
right?
Rainbow,
I gotcha.
Star Trek.
I gotcha.
He was guest host celebrity guest host on Jeopardy. So LeVar Burton said this, I'm going to have to take Mr. West at his word. I hope, however, that he shares a different message with the children enrolled in the school he's founded, named after his mother, who was a professor of English.
Yes.
I'm fairly certain she read a book or two.
Yes, that's true as well. All of that is true. He has his own school where children are going to learn.
Yes.
And Kanye, not a fan of books. He actually
at all
dislikes reading. It's not that he just doesn't have time. If he had said, "Hey, listen, I'm a busy guy. I don't got time to read," but it's the disliking of
like Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
So LeVar Burton coming in here with the facts.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Colleen is here for FML. What's going on with you?
What's more important, friendship or teammates?
What's more important, friendship or teammates? You wrote us this, Colleen. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I'm part of a competitive basketball league, and I am the team captain/manager with all my friends and family. My team is pressuring me to cut the worst player on our team. He is my childhood best friend, and his attendance is impeccable, and he's very excited to be there, but he loses games for us, and everyone takes it very seriously. I do too, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I think we can balance competition and fun. What do I do? So wait a second.
man.
Who's on your basketball team?
So I grew up playing competitive basketball, and I pretty much recruited everyone that I remembered also played competitive basketball. So I'm with a lot of like-minded, overly competitive people. And unfortunately, my childhood best friend said he was good at basketball. I don't remember him being this, unfortunately, terrible. And he's quite literally dropping the ball for us.
Aw. But maybe he just likes being part of the fun.
And you know what? He's a good energy, and I love having him around. But the teammates are really pulling me aside and just telling me they're not having as much fun because he also runs to go on the court, and pretty much we're I hate to say it, but we are kind of losing games because of him.
Okay.
How old are you guys?
We're late 20s, so we shouldn't care this much, but we do.
I was going to say, is this for fun, or y'all playing for championships and you're going to get big endorsement deals and a gift card for what, Boston Pizza?
Pretty much something like that, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Now, are you the only person that's friends with this guy, or is everybody else friends with him too?
I'm the only one who has the personal connection with him. They're friendly with him, but for the most part, I'm the one who did bring him on the team.
Has anyone on the team said anything to him?
There's been little comments here and there, but whenever I hear them starting, I kind of try to veer the conversation into another direction because I don't want him to hear it and hurt his feelings.
Does he know that he's a bad basketball player?
He definitely has. He's not aware at all. No.
Okay.
Oh, he has no idea how bad he is.
Which I don't know how, because he keeps trying to get out there again.
Oh, poor guy. Does he recognize when he screws up and is the reason for y'all losing games?
Yeah, sometimes he'll come off and he'll be like, "Oh, sorry guys, I'll get them next time."
Okay.
Poor guy.
So wait a second. Why can't you just sit him?
That's the thing. Everyone's looking to me to even maybe do that. I guess that could be an alternative to just cutting him this season, but I am the least confrontational person.
Can you not
First of all, you're a bunch of 30-years playing for Boston Pizza gift cards, as Mocha pointed out. Okay, but people are competitive and they are taking time out of their life to go and do this, and they've made the commitment. And but again, it's what are you playing for? right? Like, are
Right.
you like what are we playing for on this team? Okay, like we're not playing for money. We all sort of like each other, so it's not like we don't all get along. It's for exercise, it's for companionship, it's for fun, like all the things that we're playing for, he's playing for too. Now, we're just all very competitive individuals, and I understand that, like, he's not as good as he let out to be, but I have a hard time telling somebody that he can't come and have fun with us. This goes back to high school. This is very much like a you can't sit with us kind of attitude, right?
Exactly. And I think that impacts the team worse.
It does. Now, that said, I think you can go to your friend and go, hey, listen, you maybe can't see it, but I need to be straight up with you here. And that is, you're not as good as you think you are, right? Now, we can work with you. We can do all this stuff, but there's a lot of competitive people on this team. And the one thing that throws the whole team off is when they see somebody making mistakes. And I know that this is a ridiculous basketball league, but they take it seriously. And so we got to respect that, because I'm sure you take it seriously too. There's going to be times where I'm going to move people around and you are going to sit on the bench, because that's my job and I have to do that. We are all a team and we all get along and we're all friends, but guess what? We all also really want to win, right? So I think that you can balance it out, but I think you have to go to the friend and say, hey, listen, you're costing us. You cost us a game. Love having you here. One, that can't happen again. Two, we're going to start juggling things around. You got to be cool with that. Yeah. Right. Rule one in firing a friend is being direct. Okay.
I think I can practice that and do that, because that's way better than having this.
Yeah, and then if everybody else on the team is like, hey, why didn't you kick that guy off the team? Right? Yeah. Your answer to that should be, because we're not monsters.
Yeah. We're also not in the NBA.
Right?
We're playing,
that is all
like, the
fair.
reality is, at the end of the season, y'all are playing for a gift card.
Yeah. Like, this guy on your team is not costing anyone their contract with the Raptors. Right? Nobody's going to miss it. Nobody's going to miss the draft because of the guy on the team.
We just missed a free meal, and that's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
I don't have a favorite. I love you both. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, good luck winning that Boston Pizza gift card.
All right. We'll try.
All right,
guys.
If you guys do, my menu recommendation, my item recommendation is the Hungry Carnivore.
What is that?
That's next.
It's the penne bolognese with spicy Italian sausage, meatballs, pepperoni, and like a little bit of vegetables.
Yeah. Boo.
But then you get bacon crusted garlic bread.
Oh my God.
Sorry, bacon crusted garlic cheese bread on the side. Yo, it's so good. It's so good. That's what y'all are playing for, okay?
That's all the motivation we need.
Get it done, Colleen.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You rock.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
You guys see that story? What happened with the guy, the COO of Beyond Meat?
No.
Road rage incident?
No.
Oh. So this is crazy. So he's in a parking garage in Arkansas, right? And it doesn't seem like a big deal that why this guy would fly off the handle and do what he did.
Okay.
But he was parking garage, right? He drives a Bronco. There's another car that comes up, Subaru, and like lightly bumps his tire. Doesn't hit the car, like the actual car, like doesn't scratch anything, just like pretty much taps the bumper or taps the tire, right?
Still a violation.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Right?
Yeah.
You don't know. So this guy, the COO of Beyond Meat, hops out of the car, like ready to swing and fight the driver of the other vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? So gets up close to him, starts actually punching him.
Really?
Leans in
Yeah.
and goes to bite his nose.
Shut up.
Swear.
Really?
Bites the nose, doesn't rip the nose off,
Yeah.
but just gets like a little
The
bit of the
Beyond
flesh.
Meat guy goes cannibal?
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that nuts? And then,
Wow.
like, he obviously got arrested.
Obviously.
And then threatened to kill, I think it was like the passenger of that same car,
Yeah.
the other car.
That's I mean, the whole thing is awful for somebody, you know, in that situation, but it's almost unrecoverable when you're the Beyond Meat guy and you bite human flesh.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like, I don't know.
jokes
How do
write
you fix
themselves.
that? How do you fix that?
Yeah.
What does the team at Beyond Meat do with that story? Like, how do you spin that?
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Bit a person.
You
Flying out the
release plant-based noses.
Yeah, I guess something like that, right? I don't know. I don't know how you turn that into I mean, you can't turn it into a positive, but it's not a good look when the guy who runs Beyond Meat goes cannibal on somebody.
Yeah.
Where he tried to bite somebody's nose. I go for the nose.
I don't know.
Who bites? Also, who bites?
Maybe just like in the moment you're that heated and you're like super close to the person.
I understand biting. If somebody's got their hand in your face, right there, you're on your back. They're leaning on you. The arm is right over your mouth. Sure,
self-defense,
right?
sure. Just anything you can do to get them off you.
Anything you can do, but to specifically lean in as a separate move to go and bite somebody on the nose.
Listen,
where
I'm
the
a
nose
hothead.
wasn't close to your mouth. I don't know how you go
I'm
from
a
one
hothead,
to
but
another, man.
I don't think I could ever get to a point of anger where
You would try and bite somebody.
that I would bite
It
somebody.
just sounds like someone who's really hungry.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. You couldn't do that. You can't go around like that is next level. Like, I'm with
Yeah.
you. I don't know how you go. I don't know how it escalates from I'm going to punch you in the face. We all understand getting punched in the face.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Happens.
But
right?
that's like, for me, in my world, like that's the cap.
But biting.
Right?
Right?
Before you move on to biting.
Yes.
But that's what happened. That's why this guy got arrested. He's the COO of Beyond Meat, gets into a road rage incident, punches somebody, and then decides to bite or attempt to bite the person's nose off and gets a little bit of the skin.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So on the last podcast, I was like, when we get to this point where we got to do the news, it would be real cool if we had like some sort of like trumpet or bugle or something to play to sort of mark the beginning.
Hold on.
You got something?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm under a little bit of pressure because I forgot. But hold on.
First of all, this. Oh, here we go. Come on. Hello?
Oh, that's how it is.
Oh, come on! Hey, Mocha.
Oh, that was worth the wait.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You feeling let down as well?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
And the state-run retired facility for Army personnel in Taiyuan City, Taiwan, is apologizing for hiring strippers for the seniors to celebrate the Harvest Festival.
What?
So footage from the party went viral, showing a stripper wearing a pink and black lingerie and high heels as she was dancing in front of residents in wheelchairs. One elderly man was seen touching the woman's breast and laughing. Staff at the care facility said that they wanted to lift the spirits of the residents after the last two Mid-Autumn Festival parties were canceled because of COVID-19. A spokesperson for the facility acknowledged that the dancers' moves were, quote, too enthusiastic and fiery. And going forward, they would be, quote, more cautious when planning events. They said that the intention of the event was to entertain the residents, all military vets, and make them happy. But they did say, we are sorry for the offense that was caused.
Who complained? If the residents are happy, then what's the problem?
Did they look like they were having a good time?
They look like they were having the time of their lives.
So who complained?
I think people just thought that it was inappropriate.
But the residents were happy.
I know. But also, you know what? I'm sorry. Like, if you're running a nursing home for retired vets who are all in wheelchairs and you hire strippers, you do not let staff film the event.
Yeah, no, definitely
okay?
not.
Right? Because, Maury's right. Those guys in the chairs, I don't think were the ones, calling up and complaining. Right?
They weren't saying anything about it.
No. It's hard to get mad at that, right? Is that just me? It's hard to get mad at that.
Yeah.
Like right or wrong, whatever. That's a hard thing to come
They're
down
not
on
the ones that
somebody for.
complain.
No, I hope somebody didn't lose their job over that too. Right?
Yeah.
Come on now.
This is the happiest they've been in a long
Like they're
time.
probably looking forward to like another big celebration day.
Like, man, COVID
Right?
2 years, these
Yeah.
guys didn't have the party.
Yeah, and now the rest of their parties are going to be like
bingo again,
Yeah,
right? Something like
again.
that.
Yeah.
Cake.
Here, you get another. You get
Yeah,
another free. You get an
great.
additional fruit cup.
Great.
with dinner.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, come on, Rick. It's your turn on the button making machine. Right? Like, yeah. Great way to go out. Thanks.
For all I did for this country.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A lot of changes on the slate for some of the big Disney films that a lot of people are anticipating. So Haunted Mansion, which is based on the ride, is now moving from March 10th, 2023 to August 11th. That's Rosario Dawson, Danny DeVito, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jared Leto, and Tiffany Haddish in that one. They've also announced that the Pixar's Elio is March 1st, 2024. The new Snow White is March 2024 as well. Pixar's Inside Out 2, which we just talked about, where the kid's going to go through puberty. So all those characters in her head are going to be dealing with puberty, which is going to be great. June 2024. And then Mufasa, The Lion King, is July 5th, 2024.
Did they say why all these delays?
No, I'm not 100% sure. But the big one, though, was we were expecting Star Wars Rogue Squadron next year, next Christmas, December 22nd, 2023. And that was supposed to be the thing that was the real big Christmas movie for theater owners and everything else. And they've taken it off the schedule.
Like completely.
So Rogue
no reschedule?
So Patty Jenkins, who's directing it, had said to the Hollywood Reporter that she's putting the film on the back burner and that it would not even be going into production until 2022. So that's this year. So there's no way that it would be even close to being done by December 22nd, 2023. So right now it's an open-ended date, but Disney does have, and this would have been the first since The Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
So they're still working on, what is going to be the sort of follow-up Star Wars movie. There are 2 untitled Star Wars films on the calendar, one for December 19th, 2025, and one for December 17th, 2027.
Jeez.
Right? So Rogue Squadron, one of them is the Taika Waititi movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excited for that
So
one.
he's doing, that's his Star Wars.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Always a good day when we can talk about new Mariah music. Well, new old Mariah music. I'm sure, Dan Moore, you've been following this Mariah Carey alt-rock album story for years, right?
What? Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, so the story goes, then correct me if I screw anything up here, Moore. The story goes that back in the 90s, there were a few disputes that Mariah was having with her label and with, what was the guy's name? Tommy Mottola? That was the guy who was running her life and her music and everything else.
They got married, didn't they?
Yeah.
At one point?
And then she had recorded an alt-rock album in the 90s called Someone's Ugly Daughter. And they refused to release it. And so one of Mariah's friends, a woman named Clarissa Dane, took all the music, re-recorded all Mariah's vocal parts, called the band Chick, and then released it. So this was all the songs that Mariah had sung on. But then because they couldn't release it, took her voice off, somebody else, her friend, recorded it, released it. The album died because the music wasn't that great. But Mariah now says that she found the old songs, Maury? Is that the deal?
Said perfectly, Rosin, like you always do. Now, the only difference is that she's been saying she's found it for years. She's been teasing this for a long time. Right. Dangling a carrot in front of us lambs. But I think she's finally going to do it.
So she says that she's going to release it. So here's there's 2 songs in there from the band Chick. Now this is not Mariah singing, but these are the same songs. So if you can sort of imagine Mariah singing these. Very much 90s.
Yeah, I could see why they advised
But hang on, hold
against
on.
it.
Yeah.
We know Mariah as the perfect person that she is. Now, just imagine her releasing these only as for fun, like a nostalgia thing.
But I think that might be better.
Oh, this is
No,
awful.
but sure, it's awful, but it's fun.
Yeah,
she's not releasing it to top the charts.
I agree that releasing this in 1995 would have been a horrific mistake on Mariah's part.
Big time.
But releasing this in 2022, where it very much sounds like 1995 and it's kind of like a goof, like from the vault, hey, look what I found. I'm with Maury. I think it's great for fans. Nobody's really going to love this.
No, and I think she can get away with it now because of who she is now and the legacy.
Well, she's
that she
doing all
built,
these
right?
celebrations. Like right now, we're celebrating the anniversary of the Butterfly album, so she's re-releasing that. So she's going through this whole nostalgia phase.
So do you think that this will be a Christmas present to the Lambs then more?
Huge.
Yeah. I think so too. I think I don't think people are actually going to like it, but I don't think that releasing it now, it's designed for people to like. I think it's just nostalgia at this point.
What was it, Butterfly, you said?
The Butterfly album, yeah. They just released a box set.
Uh-huh.
There goes our Christmas fund.
How much is it?
How much is it?
The box set is like $250.
How much is your Christmas fund?
What?
Oh, it just means no gifts for me.
Oh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tiffany Haddish, paparazzi caught up with Tiffany Haddish. So Tiffany Haddish, if you remember, she was accused, there was a sexual molestation allegation laid against her. And what's that other comedian's name? That guy, that jackass?
Ari Spears.
Ari Spears, thank you. And it was about a video that they had shot, a comedy video years ago where they put kids in sort of compromising situations in this video. And I had like a real crude name to it. And then I guess part of that was they told them that this shoot was going to lead to an audition for Nickelodeon and all this stuff. So anyway, I don't know the behind the scenes stuff, but the people who were accusing Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish dropped their suit. Take that for whatever way you want. But Tiffany Haddish said that it's already almost like really, really affecting her career. So here's Tiffany.
Do you feel like, that there could be some damage done, to the career, after this? Because it's behind you now, but like, is that something?
Oh, I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
So I mean, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a bad look. But now that they changed face,
I
you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your.
I don't have no job.
Well, look.
I don't have no job, bro.
Whoa.
So what? She lost all her gigs.
Lost all her gigs.
Does that also mean like any movie projects?
I guess.
She's had on the go?
I guess. Hey, do you think if that Cardi B story from years ago came out now that Cardi B would still have a career when she talked about how she used to drug and rob guys?
I think because of the nature of what Cardi B does, I think it adds to her credibility.
You think so, huh?
Which is unfortunate. I'm not saying that's a right thing to do.
Yeah.
But I think it adds to her sort of street cred. I will say this. I don't think it would make Cardi B as mainstream as she has become.
Like if all that came out about Cardi B now, I don't know if Cardi B would be doing Pepsi commercials.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do we have time for Katy Perry?
Love Katy Perry.
Katy
so
Perry.
yes.
Katy Perry doing the Smartless podcast. I know a lot of people, like I've heard people listen to the show. I've never listened to the Smartless podcast. And talking about the decision to not have a full-time nanny.
I have a wonderful nanny, but I don't have a full-time nanny because I feel like if I had a full-time nanny, then I would never be able to know how to care for my daughter.
Right.
Like I'm meant to. And so therefore, any day I get off, I'm just in mom mode. Yes, I'm doing mom mode today, and my sister tapped in to do some Play-Doh while we're having a little chat. We're super blessed, and I'm so grateful, but I also, want to participate.
That's nice.
Just in case, because I know, you just read the comments, right? Yes, okay, Orlando Bloom is shooting a television show in the Bahamas right now, so that's why it's the sister, and because everybody was like, well, what about your lousy husband?
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
he also has a job. He's doing his thing.
He's doing his
By the way, Smartless podcast.
Who is that? Is that the one
that
with
is Jason Bateman?
Yes, thank you.
Sean Hayes.
Right.
And Will Arnett.
Right, yes,
That's
that's
great.
right. We've played a lot of stuff from that show.
Great hosts. And just looking at their archive, like Katy Perry, who you just heard, they've had Ethan Hawke, John Legend, Ewan McGregor, Kenan Thompson. Maybe I will subscribe and listen.
Yeah.
That's
Well, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My God. So have you been following this Grand Theft Auto 6 stuff? So on
know somebody leaked it, right?
Bro, so on Sunday, dozens of video files related to Grand Theft Auto 6 began appearing on a Grand Theft Auto forum. And the leak was from a user named Teapot Uber Hacker, who also claimed to be the same person who hacked Uber earlier this month. And he wrote, here's 90 footage clips from GTA 6. And then they also shared what looks to be Grand Theft Auto assets and code for the game. And normally in situations like this, a company like Rockstar Games says nothing, but Rockstar Games actually set out a statement saying, we recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for Grand Theft Auto. And then, so given the extensive nature of the hack, and also because the reported victims are two major companies, the FBI is now involved. Like, this is an FBI matter now. So, like I said, they thought that this is the same guy who cracked Uber. And when that happened to Uber, Uber said that this was the same guy that also cracked Microsoft and Samsung.
But for what, though? Like, that's what I want to know.
To leak, I know. I mean, like, listen.
Like, what's the end game for that person?
Well, if you can leak what they leaked, you can leak anything from the game, basically, right? And it does damage. Like, the video game industry is how many billions of dollars? The video game industry.
They make more. Video game industry makes more money than the movie industry.
The video game industry makes more money than the movie industry and the sports industry combined.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's
right?
crazy.
Like, it's crazy. And so that's why the FBI is involved.
And this new GTA was like one of the most like highly anticipated in years.
Yeah. And one of the things with the new GTA that they were really hyping up is that for the first time ever, you can be a male or female protagonist, right? Like, you can play both. And that was what was leaked. Was sort of like gameplay and storyline for the female protagonist. So, yeah, man, it's wild. FBI's involved, dude.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen are reportedly taking some time apart. We knew that. Now, according to CNN, they are living apart as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so they're living separately, as Tom had said that he was leaving the NFL, and then he decided to come back. And that was apparently the whole uproar that started this whole thing, was that he said that he was going to be around for more time with the family and then decided to play one more season.
You think this is it?
For Tom Brady or for Tom and Gisele?
For the two of them as a couple, as a married couple.
I don't. I think that Tom Brady, realistically, everything I know about Tom Brady, I think that if you put anything in front of Tom Brady and said it's this or football, Tom Brady's going to take football.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
You know, and I think that maybe...
He is football. Like, there's no... He knows nothing else.
No, and I think that maybe he would try and fix the other things after the fact. Right. I think that
Which maybe what he's doing right now.
Who knows? But that's tough because that's always like, you know, and Tom Brady has never really had to, he's always had like the most supportive crew around him. Mm-hmm. So, you know, how does it affect his game at all? That's another big question. I mean, I don't think anything could affect Tom Brady's game, to be honest with you, but you know, we just don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A lot of people asking for Pat Sajak to either explain or be fired. So just out of nowhere, Pat Sajak, host of Wheel of Fortune forever, posted a picture in like a restaurant next to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a bonkers sort of super far right political figure down in the U.S. And they're just like sitting there smiling and everything
like
else.
The two of them together?
Yeah, the two of them together.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's no secret that Pat Sajak is like an old school Republican, but whether he supports this brand of Republicanism is what has a lot of people worried. One of the tweets was Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak should explain why he took a picture with Marjorie Taylor Greene. If she came up to him in a restaurant and asked for a picture and he was being polite, that's one thing. But if he actually supports the objectively evil Marjorie Taylor Greene, he has to be fired. So, because Pat said like not that long ago that he's sort of on his way out from Jeopardy.
He said the end is
Wheel
near.
of Fortune. He said the end is near for Wheel of Fortune. So maybe now he just doesn't care.
Yeah,
like maybe
whatever.
like maybe he's just like posting.
This is the real me, y'all.
Yeah, right.
Surprise.
Oh my God,
Because
the Tilda Swinton thing. Go on, yeah.
Because Pat Sajak has a long history of like tweeting and deleting, right? He's got
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Finally cool in her daughter's eyes. Sarah Michelle Gellar was doing like an Instagram fan question thing, and somebody asked about Billie Eilish's love for Sarah Michelle Gellar, and this is what she had to say.
Billie Eilish recently called you her celebrity crush because she was a big Buffy fan, which premiered 25 years ago.
Oh, it was amazing. I saw it and I thought, finally, they're going to think I'm cool. It was honestly like the only thing, I mean, because nothing I do is cool. I have a teenager. I mean, nothing. And finally, I was like, yes. And I guess some of her friends had showed her on the bus because she doesn't have social media, so they had shown her. And so she just came home beaming. And yeah, it gave me points for like almost a week.
Yeah, I think to any parent, or for any parent, to your kid, no matter what it is you do, you're not cool.
Bro, you're not even there yet. You just wait until how not cool you are when your kid gets older.
I'm cool.
No, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm the cool one in the house.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I believe
Everybody
me.
knows it.
Bro, I'm like, I go home every day feeling like I'm the cool one in the house when I'm alone. That ends as soon as my family gets home.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris Redd's leaving SNL, so he joins. Yeah, man. So he said, being a part of SNL has been the experience of a lifetime. 5 years ago, I walked into 30 Rock knowing that this was an amazing opportunity for growth. He does have an HBO Max comedy special coming out called Chris Redd, Why Am I Like This? And I guess he's got a movie in development called Cyber Monday with Universal. So he's got stuff going on. But he joins Alex Moffat, Melissa Villaseñor, Aristotle Athari, and then, of course, Kate McKinnon, Adie Bryant, Kyle Mooney, and Pete Davidson. So that is a big shakeup. And one of their big producers of talent management is also leaving.
Oh, geez.
SNL. So it's a big shakeup. Also, over
But Lorne Michaels has to know, like a lot of these comedians that are coming in to take part in SNL are, kind of hoping that it catapults their career to the next thing, right?
Sure, but this is a big shakeup, though.
Oh, of course.
This is a big shakeup. And quickly, over on Grey's Anatomy, so Ellen Pompeo landed a new series on Hulu, which I didn't even know about.
Okay.
And so this upcoming season of Grey's Anatomy, she's going to have a reduced role. So she's going to be in 8 episodes of the entire season. She's still going to narrate each episode, but I guess what they're doing is they're bringing in a whole bunch of new interns, and then the sort of younger cast will sort of pad out the show and cover their stories. But Ellen Pompeo, 8 episodes, that's it.
How many do they do in a season? It's like 22 or something?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. Grey's Anatomy is a lot in one season. But they did that in that other season, too, where she was like, she had COVID for the whole season, where she was like lying in a COVID bed, having fever dreams. So she hasn't been really
very minimal work.
She's still going to be executive producer, but 8 episodes while she goes off and does her other show
Do you
on
think
Hulu.
that this is now kind of like one step closer to her not being on the show? Like if they continue after this upcoming season?
Yes.
Like she'll bow out completely?
Yes. I can't see her staying past this season. If you're reduced to 8, like if you reduce yourself to 8.
And you were already reduced the previous season.
Yeah. And it's all her doing. I'm not saying they're trying to force her out.
for sure.
She's control. She has all control over her own destiny on that show.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Golden Globes are coming back to NBC. If you remember
Oh,
NBC,
they are.
because of all that stuff that went down with the Golden Globes.
Shady.
Golden Globes are going to be on a Tuesday, which is weird.
Still
So
not gonna
Tuesday, January 10th, because all those other Sundays are taken up with either football or awards shows that are already happening. And I believe that the last Golden Globes after 2023 will not be with NBC, because I think that NBC is exiting out of their deal with the Hollywood Foreign Press Association that was supposed to take them to 2026. So I think that this will be the last. You know that that NBC pays the Hollywood Foreign Press Association $60 million a year to broadcast the Golden Globes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Even with them terrible ratings?
Yeah, $60 million a year.
And the ratings
Get a
keep going
discount
down.
for a Tuesday.
Right? You think. Thank you, Maury, right?
Tuesday.
There should be a Tuesday discount if you're buying the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.